Oh, this is Mr. Hornsby 83. This is the Mr. Hornsby 83 show, and I'm here with the finale of my review of the final episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, with my review of All Good Things Part 2. Now, let me talk about a few things I didn't talk about in the last video. Before I get started, I gotta give the warning. Warning, this video is not for kids under the age of 13. So, there you go. And I also put it in the description like I did with the last one. And I'll take care of all that after this. But, now on to part 2 of Picard. Or not Picard. Of Star Trek Next Generation, which is All Good Things, series finale, part 2. But, like I said, I'm going to talk about some things I didn't talk about in the last video. One of the things I want to get into is when Picard was talking to Geordi and that in the future. He's talking about he needs a ship, and they're like, we know somebody that's captaining the ship right now, and it ends up being Beverly Crusher, but it's not really Beverly Crusher anymore. You know, the whole time when Star Trek Next Generation was on, they built up two love stories in that show. One was the Deanna Troi, William Riker freaking love story, which culminated in, I think it was the second to last Star Trek Next Generation movie. The other was, except for the season that she wasn't on the show, and for stupid reasons, but the Jean-Luc Picard and Beverly Crusher love story. And they even did a couple episodes where Picard was taking torture from a Cardassian to keep Deanna keep Beverly from getting freaking tormented because they had said Worf died. It was like when they had to go on a secret mission, which they had that guy that played Dick Jones and Cohagen in Total Recall and RoboCop. So then they devoted a whole episode in that, I believe it was the 7th season of Next Generation, where they find out they were in love with each other, and there's numerous other times in the show where they built that up. So after all that build up, all that freaking time and effort put into it, we find out as a freaking quick line from Beverly when Picard's asking to captain her starship, which was a medical starship. Well, I never could say no to you. And Picard's like, so that's why you married me. Because, yes, she did finally become Beverly Picard, and he became, Wesley Crusher's stepfather, I guess you could say. But, now to where I left off at with this, we find out Q's the one that's putting Picard on trial again. The first time he was putting humanity on trial, but he put Picard on trial to get Picard to expand his mind and explore different, options in his mind, which pretty much is expanding your mind. So, yeah. So, he also tells Picard, hey, you're the cause because you're going to this wormhole and you keep having these tachyon, shooting these tachyon fields that are causing that thing to get bigger and bigger. You're about to cause the end of humanity. And Picard's like, how's that? And he's like, well, you got to figure it out yourself and all that, which he pretty much was doing. And then finally, Picard figured it out and realized what he had to do to not, destroy humanity and all that, and not really, have the Earth destroyed and everything. So Picard expanded his mind, and he figured out what needed to be done and what he was doing wrong, and he ended up, pretty much fixing everything, and things went back to normal in the present time. And then we have the thing where, then we have, Picard talking about you know, he goes to talk to Troy again, and Troy tells him the date and all that, and he's like, oh, okay. He's like, so I did it. I fixed it. So right before he goes to bed, Q pays him one more visit, tells him, I had faith in you. There for a minute, you almost made me regret my faith in you, but he ended up having faith in him. And he's like, but I knew you'd make the right decision and all that. And, the episode ends with Picard coming in on the poker game that all the main crew members would always play. And he wants to play poker with them, and then they tell him, well, there's always been a chair open for you and all that, and he's like, yeah, I should have did this sooner and all that stuff, and all that. So overall, I thought the episode was a pretty good episode. I give it a 5 out of 5. I thought, both of these episodes of this series finale was pretty good, with the culmination of how to end the whole show, which was overall a pretty good show. And we're looking forward to start watching Picard now. Now, I guess it premiered either Wednesday or either Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'll be watching that, and I'll be talking about that down the road. But right now, so what did you guys think of the final episode of Star Trek Next Generation? Which was titled All Good Things, Part 1 and Part 2. What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments. Also, I still have not gotten a contest winner yet, so let me get into that. The question was, in my opinion, which Halloween movie in the Halloween franchise was overrated, and then in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, which movie in that franchise was overrated. And I gave a ton of hints about it. I gotta rectify something though with the Halloween version of it, because in the original storyline of Halloween, which one do I feel is overrated? Because I feel like freaking Halloween 2018 was way too overrated. I think too many people got too nostalgic about it because John Carpenter came back and they didn't want to criticize John Carpenter and all that, but I felt like the movie was not what I was hoping for when I went and seen it in 2018 now. Hopefully Halloween Kills, that's coming out later this year, will be better. I'm hoping that, because I really want to see this Halloween franchise do well. And, wash the bad taste out of our mouths, like, I don't know, Halloween 5 and that garbage they call Halloween Resurrection. Even the one I feel is, overrated, which you all know which one you all should figure out by now, which Halloween movie in the original timeline I feel is overrated. But, and giving us, other bad Halloween movies down the line. But, so, yeah, so hopefully this, Halloween Kills is better than 2018 movie. And you can answer the question here. The only ones I cannot answer is my friend Matt and my friend Heavy Metal Turtle, which I'm about to give a shout out to here in a minute. But, when I do shout outs, because I also got a couple birthday shout outs. I got a couple family members that had birthdays this past week. I also have some other things to talk about. But, yeah. So, first off, let's give a shout out to my friend Heavy Metal Turtle. He, yeah, I think the last artwork he did was like a while back now, but can't remember what the last artwork he was. It's been a while. I think at least a month ago. Also, if you see me on so I can ask how your trip was. My son, the Black Ops Killer, he should be doing videos again starting today. Probably won't do it again until probably tomorrow though. And I explained all that on a Facebook fan page, last week I believe it was. But, yeah, so he'll be doing YouTube videos again. And a couple more, Avery, I believe it's Avery Jones. He's got a YouTube channel. He does like, I guess, Roblox and Minecraft gameplays. Also, Gene Petty. He does like just pretty much vlog style videos. He's also done some gameplays. So yeah. Now for birthday shout outs. Like I said, I had a couple family members this, past week. First off, my brother-in-law Joe Hintz. Happy birthday to you. I believe my father-in-law's birthday's today, so happy birthday to him. My wife just had her birthday Tuesday, so happy birthday to her. And yesterday was my cousin Brittany's birthday, so happy birthday to her. And then tomorrow, my cousin Brandon's girlfriend Layla Lemons, her birthday's tomorrow, so happy birthday to her as well. So those are all the birthday shout outs I got for this week. But answer the question for the contest. Next Wednesday, I'll be showing off what I'll be picking up for the contest winner on a Facebook Live. Also, check out my review of part 1 of All Good Things that I did Tuesday. Also, check out my Facebook Live playthrough tonight, which will be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for Sega. This one is the one where you have the Green Ranger. And next week, what I got in store is I'm going to talk about my thoughts on how Season 1 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ended. What I think should have happened when it ended. Also, I'm also going to give my thoughts on how they could have, made the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie better than what they did. The original 1995 movie, the one with Ivan Ooze, that everybody compared Apocalypse to, and X-Men Apocalypse, they kept saying he looked like Ivan Ooze, so yeah, so those will be up next week, next Tuesday, next Thursday. I just was too tired to do a video last night, so I did it this morning, and then I got the Facebook Live later tonight. My daughter don't have archery, so hallelujah. Her tournaments start back up again next week, though. But that'll do it for this one. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Hornby83. Follow me on my Facebook fan page and my Facebook business page, which is the Mr. Hornby83 Show on the Facebook fan page, and then Trigen Toys for my business page. And I'll catch you guys later, and peace out.